Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mila, you're at Alexandrian Archives. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Today's video is an if you like this, try that. And some of these are expected, the sort of connections are expected. So please don't be surprised, please don't attack me for it, because I feel like there are very few books that I can recommend this for. So I have 4 books I'd like to recommend to you, and yeah, but basically the first book is if you liked Fourth Wing and you don't want to support a Zionist author anymore, I would highly recommend reading One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick. I have talked extensively about this book on both YouTube and I think my Bookstagram, and I have a whole highlight on my Bookstagram about me reacting to certain scenes and like my reactions and me reading it. Carrie Can Read has recommended this one, and that's where I got the recommendation from. I read it, I devoured it, I loved it, and I highly recommend if you want a magical aspect as well as a romance aspect. I don't think it's as romance heavy as Fourth Wing is, but I feel like it's very similar. It doesn't have dragons, unfortunately, but it has a very strong-headed heroine and a very, very interesting love interest. Dark, brooding. Ooh, so good, so good. It's just phenomenal. So please check out One Dark Window. It is a finished duology. It's called The Shepherd King, I think, duology. And it's One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. Both are out. You can just binge read it. Oh man, it is so good. I think you all will absolutely enjoy it. The next one is Babel. If you liked Babel, which I know a lot of people did, because of the dark academia aspect, because R.F. Kuang is a absolute genius writer and I love her to death, but she does scare me a little. I've met her before, which was very cool. I will show a picture. I was very red. I get very nervous when I meet like famous people, even if they're just authors, but like if they're my favorite authors, I become more like sort of intimidated and very shy. But yeah, my friend Sarah took this picture, who's also an author, so I don't think I'll be as shy with her because she's one of my close friends. But yeah, it's very cool to say that one of my closest friends is now an author, so it's really insane. But yes, for Babel, I would highly recommend The Will of the Many. It doesn't hit in terms of criticism as much as Babel does, but it's dark academia, it's found family, it's twists and turns, it's competitive, it's competition, it's mystery. It's so good. I know there have been a lot of comparisons to Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I have not read Red Rising, nor am I particularly interested to read Red Rising. Also, the author wrote a whole series, dystopian sci-fi series, and about like oppressors and the oppressed, and he supports you know who. So I don't plan on reading it. The next one is if you like Howl's Moving Castle, both the book and the movie. I haven't read Howl's Moving Castle, nor have I seen the film. I know, I will remedy that, I promise, but I know the sort of overarching vibes and overarching storyline, but I highly, I'm reading it right now, so technically I'm cheating a little, but I highly recommend Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Pornek. This is Slavic mythology, this is Slavic folklore, this is Polish folklore, this is perfect for the spring weather, right? As you can see, the spring, very spring weather. As you can see, it's a vibe, you know. But it is so good, and man, I'm so excited to finish. I feel like I'll cry because I've seen people cry at the end, and I'm kind of scared. But it's also giving Beauty and the Beast, okay? So yes, Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to explain where the dark stands still, but we follow our main girl Liska, who has magical powers, and these magical powers are a no-no for her little village. And so there is a magical fern flower. On the cover, it sort of looks like the flower from Rapunzel, but anyways, there's a magical fern flower, and it's said that if you go and find it, you will be granted one wish. And she goes through the woods to find the fern flower, but the fern flower is guarded by the guardian of the wood, or the Leji, I think it's pronounced. Apologies, as a Russian I probably should know better, but we don't really have this character in Russian in like our folklore or mythology. Maybe we do, but I've never ever heard of it. Our emphasis is more on the fairy tales rather than the folklore itself. So yes, so, and this is like a half, like he has horns, he's a stag, and so he catches her and he's like, okay, I will give you a choice. You can stay for a year at my mansion and, you know, help me out, and I will grant you your wish, or you can leave through the forest and I hope you survive. And so she's like, okay, I'm gonna stay. It's just the year, not that big of a deal. So, and, you know, a romance starts to ensue. This mansion is supposedly sort of enchanted. It is also sort of crumbling. It's like overgrown and everything. And yeah, magic, a romance, the vibes, a mystery. So yeah, totally Howl's Moving Castle vibes. It's, oh man, I'm so excited to finish this. And the next one, a lot of people are also going to recommend this in the same vein. Once I say the first book, you will probably know the book I will be recommending you, because it is very, very, very similar, but in the most positive of ways. I recommend this purely because I'm not saying that it's a ripoff, because it's not. You can only have so many books of this genre and not be related to the first book. So the book, if you like Six of Crows, if you like the heist, if you like the found family, you know, the witty main character, the businessman, woman, whatever, I recommend A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. A lot of people that have read Six of Crows and have read or are reading or plan on reading Tempest of Tea will connect these two. It's inevitable, because a lot of heist stories are going to go back to Six of Crows, because it is such a pivotal turn in the YA genre. It is such a pivotal turn in the fantasy genre, considering the fact that there's a TV show now. Netflix, bring it back for season 3, swear to God. Anyways, I'm still mad about it. I'm mad about it. So I feel like it's inevitable that I recommend you, based on Six of Crows, I recommend you A Tempest of Tea. I read a bit of it. I loved it. Jin is my favorite. He is a flirt. I told my boyfriend about Jin, and he's like, okay, which category are we adding him to? Because we have a list of like blonde crushes and brunette crushes. I'm like, we add him to the brunette crushes. Yeah, list. He's like, and my boyfriend's like, oh, right, another one I have to watch out for. But anyways, you know, get you a man that's gonna go along with your delusions, you know? That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit chaotic, a little bit all over the place, but yes, I hope you enjoyed the few recommendations I gave. I hope you try these books out, either first or the other, but do, you know, be wary of which authors are supportive of an ongoing I don't want to say the word in case YouTube yells at me for it, but just be aware. That's why I recommended a book to a book. Anyways, just be aware of what you're reading, you know, just be wary of it, because, you know, the concerns of Palestinian bookstagrammers are very, very valid. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Happy